Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
First you want to preheat the oven to 400. Okay, so right here I have the flour, baking powder, and salt. This is all the dry ingredients that you're going to need for this cookie recipe. And I just put 5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And basically you just want to mix it all together so there's no like clumps or anything. Mixing it. So, right now we're gonna blend. Right now we're gonna blend the cookie, the butter, and the sugar together. That's what you always have to do. Okay, so I blended them all together. You usually have to do this with all cookie recipes, unless you're making one that is weird and doesn't do this. But, yeah. So now we're going to blend the eggs in. I put 4 eggs in there. So now you want to add like 1/3 of the flour mixture and just mix it together. Then you want to add a little bit more. This time I'm gonna, since I already mixed in the first batch, I'm gonna mix it in with this little spatula thing, because it's easier and it just seems better. Mixing it. Next you want to add a teaspoon of vanilla, and this will give it great flavor. Last time I didn't have vanilla, so I didn't put it in the mix, but I think it will taste really good with the vanilla. And I didn't put in all the dry ingredients yet. I'm going to have to do that right after I try to mix all this stuff in there. Mixing it. That's the rest of it. So I'm just going to mix this, and the next step is to put your dough into a Ziploc baggie or plastic wrap. Couldn't think of what it was called. But basically you just want to take all the dough, put it in here, let it rest for an hour, and then from there we can make the cookies.
Jingle bell time, dancing and prancing.
Okay, before you do anything, you want to pick out your cookie cutters. Now I chose, out of my little bucket, I chose a bell, and I chose a sled, and I chose a reindeer, and a present. Next you want to lightly flour the cutting board, and then when you put the dough onto the cutting board, you want to lightly flour that too. So let's do that. Not too much flour, because then the cookies tend to be dry. Next, you want to roll it out, and now when you're rolling, you kind of just want to press a little bit hard, because it's going to be pretty hard when you're rolling because you let it set overnight. So, or if you let it set for an hour, it's going to be pretty hard if you let it set for an hour, because it's going to be really, really sticky, and you're going to have to add like a lot of flour to it. So just keep on rolling it until it's pretty thin, and make sure that you flip it over a couple times, because you want each side to be floured, because you don't want it to stick to the board, because that's gonna not help with it. Just make sure that you get it nice and rolled out. What you want to do is just take your palm, place it down like this, and push it down, and then lift up, and you don't want to jiggle it like this. You don't want to go like this, because if you do that, then it won't let the cookie rise, and that is bad. And if you do that, the cookie will not rise, and you do not want the cookie to not rise, because then the cookie will turn out bad. Now the cookie will stay in there, and all you want to do is just put your hand down like this and kind of push down softly a little bit, just a little, so that you're kind of like pushing the dough out. See, it's kind of pushing up a little bit, but just kind of pushing it out, placing it on my hand. And there you go. You got a little reindeer. I'm going to keep on doing this until all the dough is done. I'm going to be doing a couple of the reindeer, a couple of the sled, and then a couple of the little this and a little of this. So I can't wait till you see what the cookies look like.
It's the right time to rock the...
It's time to decorate them. I'm just decorating them with this cookie icing that you can buy at the store. I got the red one. I think it works very well. All you have to do is just cut the tip right here, and it will come out like this. It's kind of sticky, so it dries really fast. So when you do it, if you want to add sprinkles or anything like I did with this star, then you need to do it fast, because then it will take a little bit, then it will dry and you won't be able to do it. So I just did these cookies already, and I'm going to be doing the other ones. Okay, bye.
Jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the clock.
I knew I should have brought it out, because it's hard as a rock. Oh my gosh. Right on set. Well, I can edit that out.